Your character factors into the third section of the film. What was it like for you to see the finished product and to see the first two sections of the movie?
It was fascinating. It was exciting. It was great because I didn't have to feel nervous the whole way through. I was sitting there thinking, do I really hold up next to these two? You know, I mean, but it was exciting. It's fun to watch it like that, you know.
Would you say that as an actor, you don't have to necessarily like the character you're playing?
No, like isn't the word. You have to feel for them. You have to feel for them, and you have to be charmed by them. You know, for example, there were certain qualities of AJ that you may think of as simple or slow, but I was charmed by those qualities. I was charmed by his simplicity. You know, there was a moment in the lunchroom scene that didn't make the cut where Dane says to me, "You sound like you're from Long Island," and I said to him, "Do you need a boat to get there?" You know, and it was something like that kind of charmed me about his mentality, you know.
And I think that the director, Derek Cianfrance, saw the dynamic between you and Dane, that kind of rivalry, because you had an argument over which group of actors was better.
Well, yeah, I mean, it felt more like an impassioned discussion. That didn't feel like, I've had arguments. I didn't feel like an argument. But, I mean, we definitely... You know, what's interesting is we were following two different lineages. I was following the Stella Adler lineage, and he was following the Strasberg lineage, which it was just natural. It was just who we were taken to, you know. And
so you were saying that you identified more with Robert De Niro and Marlon Brando?
Well, I mean, I love Pacino and James Dean. I gotta say that, like, I love Pacino and Dean. But we were talking about our favorites, which is a subjective question. And for me, it was Brando, and then him, it was Dean. And then for me, it was De Niro, and him, it was Pacino. And so I think we got into it a little bit about De Niro and Pacino. We did. We started talking about, like, Taxi Driver versus, Godfather, or Serpico versus, and that kind of just took off. I think it was the first time Derek didn't have to, like, coax the conversation. We were all talking. It was the first time Derek wasn't really just asking us questions. We just started talking to each other, and I guess he saw something in that.
And why would you say that you are, I guess, more of a fan of that De Niro style of acting and that Brando style of acting?
I wouldn't say I'm more of a fan. I'm just, me particularly, On the Waterfront and Mean Streets are my two favorite movies. And Mean Streets for me, it's just I grew up in New York, and I hung out downtown when I was in high school, and those characters, resonated with me, and On the Waterfront is just a great movie. I mean, I love Rebel Without a Cause. I love The Panic in Needle Park, which is a phenomenal Pacino movie.
It's not like you're choosing one or the other. You're identifying with both, right?